I tell you what, it's great to get a win. It's the first time we've sang the fight song in the locker room in quite some time, and it's awesome. Proud of our team, proud of the way they came out mentally. It was a big week for us to focus in on doing our jobs, and we didn't even talk about the opponent this week. We talked about ourselves every day, and I thought they came out with a really good mindset. And it's amazing what you can do when you don't beat yourself to start with. When you give yourself an opportunity to go take care of business, that's the first step. So I was proud of the way they came out. I got after them a little bit at halftime. I truly believe when you're trying to build something that even though you're ahead and you kind of know where the game is a little bit, how do your kids respond to that? And I did. I got after them about when you have an opponent down, you got to go finish the job. And I thought we tried to do that in the second half. And we got a lot of people in the game, which was big for us. Getting some guys get some guys some experience of playing college football. You don't get to do that very often. So it's great to get a win. Great to get a win at home. Another great crowd tonight. Another great environment. We got a special thing going here now at Fifth Third Bank Stadium on a Saturday night, guys. I fully recognize, and I think y'all do too. I probably don't get to see it as good as y'all do, but it's pretty special. And proud of our kids, proud of our team, proud of the fans and everybody here. I thought it was a good night. Fire away.
How would you assess Chandler's performance?
Oh, it was pretty good. I thought he played pretty good. There's some things we'll look at him. One check somewhere, he kind of got off a little bit. Took care of the ball. It's one thing I told him before the game, and I said, listen, you may miss a check or whatever. I'm not worried about that. Just take care of the ball, and usually we'll be all right. But he executed the offense. It's like, I think it was last week somebody asked, what do you expect the quarterback? Just execute the offense. You don't have to do anything. We have enough skill kids if you'll just, execute the offense. And, he's very efficient in what he does. And I thought he did a good job early of getting the ball distributed, especially throwing the ball. We got some guys that can make a difference out there, and we're trying to balance that. And hopefully we can stress some people a little bit, with being able to throw it a little bit out there as well. So I thought he did a good job. I'm not surprised by how he played. All you guys asked me how I felt about him, and I was pretty confident that he could go do the job. He just does it every day. It's just when you do it every day in practice. I thought he might have some nerves early, but whatever he had, he didn't show it a whole lot. So.
Would you say that the consistency of the performance tonight was pretty good? Is that something you look forward to executing it week in and week out?
Yeah, it's something I talked to the team about after. We really got. Practice was pretty intense this week. Talked a lot about preparation and getting ourselves ready to play mentally. That you got to do it during the week to give yourself a chance to do it on Saturday. So I think we have a formula right now, and I told our guys after the game, guys, this is how we get ready to play. Every week. This is what we do. Opponents there's going to be bigger and better opponents as we go down the road. The execution is going to become more, you're going to have to execute better, but you can't beat yourself. And that starts in practice. So I'm hoping, I think they realize what we have to do in order to give ourselves a chance to compete on Saturday. And I'm proud of the way they bounced back. That was tough now. Last Saturday was tough now. I've been irritable all week.
You've got a relatively early bye week, it seems. So how do you prepare going into that? And then also know you've got the rest of the season to gear up for.
Yeah, we're ready to go. Ideally you'd like the bye week about midway through the season, but with scheduling, you can't control that. So what we traditionally do is we always take Sunday off during the course of a game week. That's just normal for us. But we'll take Monday and Tuesday off from football. No weights, nothing. They'll concentrate on schoolwork, get caught up on study hall, treatment. We had 5 starters out today and a starter on special team. So we got some guys we need to get healthy and get back, and then we'll practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then we'll take the weekend off, and then we'll come back and get ready for game week. So that's tradition, what I've done. Even if it's halfway through the season, that's what I've done. Knowing what we got ahead of us, you got to take advantage of a little time because I know what's coming down the pipe, and each week's going to it's going to get bigger and better, and you know what I mean. So we're going to take advantage of that and make sure. Plus, we got to make sure we're squared away academically, and everybody's not losing, getting behind on that as well. So that's what we'll do this week.
Rick Steiner, he's from a family that likes to hit each other, but talk about that kid's play.
Well, I know that. He hit a few today, didn't he? His role special teams, I think most of them the licks he passed, so he got a hold of them a couple today. I tell you what was really good is for him to get in at linebacker and get to play today. He's learning a system, that's new for him, but for him to get in and play today I thought was huge. I think it'll be a lot he can learn from, but he was definitely a force to be reckoned with on special teams. That was some eye-popping licks that happened running down. So I think he's going to get better every day with everything he's doing. He's got a ton of ability. The kid can run. He's explosive. He's a true freshman. You know what I mean? But he can run. He's explosive. And he needs to help us at linebacker as well. He's the backup Mike right now. So I think he's only going to get better. But I was pleased with some of the – I don't see exactly what happened, but I saw the end result like you did. But I didn't see exactly what happened to get to that point, but that was positive at the end for sure.
Coach, one of the things your team did tonight was not turn the ball over. Was that something you stressed during preparations this week?
Yeah. Well, here are the 4 things we talk about. And we talked about them last week too. Missed assignments, penalties, and turnovers. And then we talk about our championship eat. It's our effort, attitude, and toughness. And we had good effort last week. We didn't have championship effort. Championship effort, man, that's big time. And that takes a little work to get there for us. At times we have it, but consistently doing that. So those were the 3 things. And the thing we've struggled with, honestly, till Durante Carter got an interception, we haven't been able to get the ball loose. That's the first turnover we've had all year. You know what I mean? So that's been but Durante finally got an interception there late to get a turnover. But absolutely. And again, it goes back to those MA's terms, but don't beat yourself. Don't beat yourself. Give yourself a chance to go compete. And if we can do that, I feel like we can compete with anybody right now. But we got to take care of ourselves first. And sometimes our youth and other things, we don't do that. And that's what we just got to continue to work and grow at. But absolutely, yes.
I think the refs allowed for more of a free-flowing game. Because last week it seemed like the pace was really muddied with penalties. So was it a lot? You corrected some things that you were getting penalized for, or were the refs just a little bit?
Probably a combination of both. We got 3 block and below the waist calls that, all honesty, that's our kids playing hard, and there's some gray area on the rule, and we'll go correct it and make sure we got the correct. But those aren't things that's some offensive linemen playing hard, and we just got to correct a little bit of where they are and make sure we're squared away on the interpretation. Each week sometimes you get a little different. And it's a little bit gray on some of that. So, but I thought we limited the penalties and all that stuff, and I thought it, whether it was the refs or us, I hope it was as much us as anything. But it was a much cleaner, crisper game, that's for sure, no doubt. And we control a lot of that. Officials are officials. We control that. You know what I mean? We control that. We can control all that stuff. Occasionally there's a bad call. It is what it is. They're human too, but we control a lot of that.
412 yards rushing, but was it the way you wanted to run the ball? Was it what assess your run game?
Yeah, we ran the triple option consistently for the first time in a while, to be honest with you. The run Chandler had for a touchdown, that was a triple option. I thought Micah Reed ran the ball inside like you're supposed to a little bit. Down there on the goal line, we've really struggled a little bit when we get down there on the 5 or 6 yard line, and it's a huge emphasis right now. And he ran his track, and there were some people in his way, but he kept on. And that's just what you got to do at that position. So I thought there was some real positives on that. We ran inside. I thought we ran outside. I thought we got the ball pitched. I thought we were able to throw the ball pretty efficiently, which is, guys, this is kind of how I see us as we move forward. And I'm hoping this will present some issues as we go, if we can spread it out. I always talk about being able to distribute the ball and spread it out a little bit. And sometimes it's what they're giving you is what you have to do. You don't have a choice. But, I thought it was positive.
Anything else? Coach, last one, Justin Sumter just continues to make play after play. Those 50-50 balls, it almost seems like he can win all of those.
That's the way we feel. Honestly, we don't we just tell the quarterbacks and we practice, but I mean, just give him a chance. You ain't got to throw it. Just give him a jump ball and he'll go get it. I mean, it's a huge weapon for us, and it's going to be interesting to see as we move forward, kind of what happens with that, and what it may end up doing is making the run game even better because after a while you're going to have to account for him with more than a corner.
Yes.
I mean, he's a beast, and the guy's, I mean, he's good now, and I'm not surprised. I told a lot of people coming out he was going to have a heck of a year, and we were able to get the ball to him. We had a fade down there one time, and him and Chandler communicated and changed it to a slant based on alignment. I mean, that's good stuff now. It's good stuff. So, and what it also is going to do, I think, is our other wideouts as well are going to start to benefit from that. So it all really, and that's what I'm getting at. If we can make people cover the field, cover the whole field, then you get people in space, and hopefully we're able to do the things we want to do. So, but we just got to continue to work to get better, and I think that stuff. But I mean, I'm really pleased with Justin, the way he goes about his business, and he's such a team player. He don't care if he gets the ball or not, but we're going to find a way to get him the ball. It'd be crazy not to.
2 weeks before your next game, but you mentioned the 5 starters that were out. Are they on track to be back for the game?
I would think, I would hope that at least 4 of the 5 would be back. We'll see how Trey progresses. His is probably one that might be a little bit longer, but we'll see how that progresses. The rest of them, I would hope, would be back. You never know how that goes, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. They can go. I mean, they can go. So we'll see. Hopefully this week will help a little bit, getting everybody healthy. Nothing was major. We didn't have anything that's season ending. We just gotta get some guys healthy.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Appreciate you guys coming out as always. I'm gonna tell you how much I appreciate y'all being here. Win, lose, or draw, appreciate you coming.